Hi everybody, Brent Jones, New Home Source Realty. How are you? Let's do a Facebook Live on you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your house. And let's use this ridiculous seller's market that we're in Texas and in Dallas-Fort Worth. Let's take this ridiculous seller's market and let's use it to your advantage. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to be able to do that. First, click notifications, follow me, like this video, and leave a comment. My German Shepherd is outside the door. If y'all have ever watched any of my other videos, you know she's my assistant. She's not quite understanding why I'm not letting her in because she barked in the last one and I'm done with that. Anyway, you've got a house to sell. We are in a ridiculous seller's market. So I'm proposing that you view selling your house almost like you would trade in a car. Kind of have that mentality. You're going to trade. Have you ever traded in a car? Why? Because it's just gotten old and outdated and needs a lot of work and it's time to do something else. View your older house that same way. Your older house needs repairs. It needs upgrading. It needs paint. It needs flooring. It's time to trade it in. Almost the same mentality that you would use if you were selling a car. Now, I'm going to propose that you put your house on the market with a minimal amount of upgrades and repairs, if any at all. Why? Because we're in a ridiculous seller's market. You really don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get your house ready to put on the market. I've never been one of those realtors that proposes that, hey, all the walls have to be neutral. I mean, seriously, because a little girl's room is Pepto-Bismol pink, somebody's not going to buy your house. You can't be serious. But I know realtors that want you to spend tens of thousands of dollars remodeling their house into their vision to get it ready to put on the market. I've never, even when it's been a buyer's market, I've never been a proponent of that. And I certainly don't propose that now that we're in a ridiculous seller's market. So I'm going to propose that you put your house on the market with no upgrades and with no repairs. And maybe you have a house that was built in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Those are really outdated houses compared to today. We're going to talk about new houses here in a minute, but I've never been a proponent in you spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, there's some simple, easy to do, inexpensive things you can do that makes your house more open and welcoming to more and more people. But they're not expensive. I'm not ever proposing that you knock out walls and redo flooring and repaint everything and all that nonsense. And I'm also proposing no upgrades. Okay, I'm also proposing no repairs. Put your house on the market as is. Now, the only exceptions to that would be if your house needs a new roof. The problem with that would be the new buyer quite possibly is not going to be able to get insurance on the house if it needs a new roof. So that could be an exception. The other exception would be if it has a major structural flaw like foundation. The problem with you selling a house that has foundation problems would be, number one, the lender quite likely is not going to loan money on a house that has foundation problems. That's problem number one. And also, it's quite possible it's not going to appraise if it has foundation problems. So those are two extreme examples, roof, foundation. But if your house is just in average condition and doesn't have those kinds of things, I'm going to propose that we seriously talk about putting your house on the market, no upgrades, no repairs. Because we are in a ridiculous seller's market. Now, a buyer's market would be, there's not very many buyers and there's a ton of houses, okay? So in that kind of a market, you would need to compete. You would need to spend some money and put some lipstick on your house and get it ready so that you can compete with all those other houses out there so they don't go down the street and go buy somebody else's house. But that's not what we've got. What we've got is a seller's market. And the seller's market is where we've got a ton of buyers and very, very low inventory, very, very few houses. So again, I'm proposing that you put your house on the market, no repairs, no upgrades. We're going to use this seller's market to your advantage. And now you're going to say, Brent, if we did this, where would I move? You know, I want to sell my house, but I don't want to sell my house out from under me and then I got no place to go and I want to be homeless. I would propose new construction. Give some serious consideration to new construction because with new construction, you're going to have open concepts. You're going to be able to pick your colors if you get in with the right at the right time frame. Energy efficient. If you have an older house New houses are going to be extremely energy efficient. So with an older house, seriously, your electric bill in the summertime could be $600-700 a month. Those days would be over when you buy a new house. Your energy bill, your electric bill then would be about maybe $100 a month, maybe. So you're going to save a ton of money on utilities. You're also, if you buy new construction, you're not going to have to compete with 37 other builders, 37 other offers. You will have some competition, but you're not going to be in a bidding war, bidding on a pre-existing house. Flexible closing time. So if you said, Brent, if we put our house on the market, I don't know when we would be able to move. Well, different builders have different stages of where their houses are, where you could close in a month or 3 months or 8 months. It's flexible. And also builders don't mind contingencies either, because they know how brisk the market is, and they're not going to have a problem with you having a contingency. So call me, let's chat about it. I'll be happy to do a market study for you. Be happy to come by, just show me the house, let's talk. I'll do a market study, I'll show you how much equity you've got in your house. Let's talk about what your options are. It's free, no obligation, no cost. I'm happy to help, so feel free to contact me, direct message me, inbox me, carrier pigeon, whatever means of contact you would like to have. Let's do this. Let's get rid of your old, outdated house. Let's put it on the market, no repairs, no upgrades. Let's go find you a nice new house, energy efficient, and let's use this ridiculous seller's market to your advantage. Call me, Brent Jones, 214-649-4528. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.